So let's first talk about how we would hold a toothbrush. So I recommend holding the toothbrush just like a pen, like how you would hold a pen with your fingers mainly, and trying not to palm it too hard like that. Because what most people do is when they hold a toothbrush, if they palm it too hard, that engages the bigger muscles of your forearms and your arm, and then you accidentally put a lot of pressure on the teeth and the gums, which may lead to, over time, it may lead to damage of the gums and the teeth as well. So just holding it, just kind of like a pen, like so with your fingers. Only very, very gentle force is required, and that's all you'll need. So moving on to the technique now. So the most effective way of brushing using a manual brush, in my opinion, and what I show to most of my clients in my dental hygiene practice, is it goes something like this. So starting with the bottom teeth, as you can see on the bottom, how the gums are scalloped around the teeth, and they form like a U-shaped line all along the teeth, along the neck of the teeth, and then it goes in such a manner. So this is what we call the gum line, simply, and that's what we have to follow while brushing. So keeping your toothbrush, if this is 90 degrees, suppose, you gotta turn the toothbrush head and the bristles at roughly 45 degrees. So 90 degrees, 45 degrees. And why do we do that? Because we want the bristles of the toothbrush to be going under the gums gently while we're brushing. And once you've angled it like that, like I'm showing you here, all you have to do is give the toothbrush gentle strokes along the gum line, spending 2 seconds for each tooth. I'm saying 2 seconds because that's the amount of time you would need to make sure optimal cleaning has happened or has taken place for that one tooth. Then you keep going the same way on the other side. Again, making sure that the toothbrush sits at 45 degrees. And then cleaning out like so, taking your time. The key is to not to rush. So once you're done with all the cheek surfaces of the teeth, you'll be doing the tongue side of the teeth too. It's very important, same principle. Do your best to make that angle at 45 degrees, right? It may be a little bit more tricky on the tongue side, but it's very, very doable. And for the lower front teeth, you gotta angle the toothbrush like so, open big, chin down, angle the toothbrush like so that you get to the gum line on the lower front teeth, facing the tongue area too, right? And remember, it's safe to brush the gums in such a manner as long as you're holding your toothbrush very, very lightly. Again, we're not going to palm the toothbrush, we're going to be holding it gently, and that makes it much safer. Now we'll be repeating the same thing for the top teeth. So again, if this, I'm just gonna zoom in onto my dental form, yeah. So if this is 90 degrees, roughly, you're going to angle it to 45 degrees so that the bristles of the toothbrush sort of dip into the gum pockets a little bit. And then you go along the gum line, being very, very gentle. And then if you want, you can, at the end of your horizontal stroking like so, you can go a downward stroke too. Or you can employ this downward stroke so that you make sure that all of the facial surfaces of the teeth, the rest of the teeth, gets cleaned up too. All right? But the main thing is to focus on the gum line, as that is where most of the plaque and food particles and bacteria love to hide. So you would employ the same technique for all the cheek side of the teeth, and then open big, and then don't forget the tongue side. And do your best to make that angle again at 45 degrees. And then you're going the same way. All of this toothbrushing, including the bottom and the top teeth, should only require you around 2 minutes. And a lot of people tend to rush their brushing, but make sure to do it for 2 minutes, 2 whole minutes, so that you make sure it's a nice and thorough brushing, okay? So do your best and let me know how this goes for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And until next time, keep brushing. And just a quick one, in the end, don't forget to brush the chewing surfaces of your teeth as well, because this is where you see these fissures and these pits that we have normally on our back teeth. A lot of these pits and fissures can catch tiny little food particles, and then they can get lodged into the pits and fissures, and that may lead to cavities and then some sort of a problem later, right? So it's very important to brush these fissures and these pits. So in the end, once you've done all the cheek and the tongue sides, we're going to give those pits and fissures a nice brush on the back teeth, like so. And you can go a little bit harder here because there's less chances of damaging your teeth this way. Okay. So gentle pressure, brush, brush, brush. Make sure the fissures and the pits are clean. And then you're done. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.